Question number 2. Question number 2 wants us to identify the sum and difference of a polynomial expression, okay? So essentially, we need to try to find the sum and the difference of both of these things that we see in the parentheses, okay? So in front of this parentheses right here, whenever you see a positive sign, it's that we could assume that there's a positive 1 in front of this parentheses, okay? So what you're going to do, guys, is that we're going to firstly distribute that positive 1 to each of these terms, okay? However, positive 1 multiplies by anything, it stays the same. So this negative 4x squared would stay the same. This negative 6x would stay the same. And this negative 2 will stay the same. All right? In front of this next parentheses, it's also a 1. Or we can just say that we're going to bring everything down. Okay? So normally when you see two sets of parentheses and you're finding the sum means that you add. So again, sum means that you add. Whenever we see that we're having an addition sign, we can just remove the parentheses. Okay? Now we're going to combine like terms. Okay? So now we're going to combine like terms. Okay? So when I'm looking for like terms, I'm looking for things that look similar, okay? So first thing first, I'm going to look for if I have any other x squareds, okay? I see a negative 4x squared, okay? In front of this x squared right here, we can assume is a 1, okay? So 1x squared minus 4x squared will give me negative 3x squareds, okay? So now I'm going to look at my x's, okay? So here I have a positive 4x. Do I see any other x's? Yes, I see a negative 6x, okay? 4x minus 6x will give me negative 2x's, all right? Now I'm going to look at my constants, okay? So I see a negative 3. And I see a negative 2. Those are both constants, all right, because they're values that neither have an x squared nor an x. So when I combine them, I get negative 5, all right? And that would be my answer, okay? So let's look at the next question, all right? So in this case, guys, we see that there's a negative sign in between, a subtraction sign, all right? So that subtraction sign gives me a hint that I'm not doing sum, I'm doing difference, okay? So again, difference means I subtract, okay? So I'm going to do it the same way I did the previous question. But in this case, I'm not going to assume that there's a positive 1, but there's actually a negative 1 right here. So when I distribute that negative 1, okay, negative 1 multiplied by 4x squared will give me a negative 4x squared, okay? Because a negative 1 multiplied by anything, you have to change the sign and keep the number the same, okay? So negative 1 multiplied by negative 6x is positive 6x. Negative 1 multiplied by positive 2 is negative 2, all right? In front of this parentheses, all right, we're going to assume is a positive 1. But will that positive 1 change anything here? No. So everything in that parentheses, you bring it down, okay? So now we're going to combine like terms, okay? So combining like terms means that we're going to do some type of addition or subtraction, okay? So does this negative 5x squared have a like term? Yes. The negative 4x squared, because both of them have x squareds, okay? So negative 5x squared minus 4x squared gives me negative 9x squared, okay? Now I'm going to look at my x's, okay? So I have a positive 8x. Do I have any other x value? Yes, I have a positive 6x, okay? So 8x plus 6x will give me 14x. Okay, now I'm going to look for constants, okay? So that's numbers that neither have x or x squared, okay? So I see only this negative 2 as a constant. Do I see any other constant? No, all right? So that negative 2, I will bring it down, okay? And this would be my answer. So again, guys, just like that.